Hi everybody, I'm Maggie Weldon from maggiescrochet.com, and this video is dedicated to Debbie Whitmore. She called in and requested that we make this video for her. So Debbie, this one's for you. And in this video I'm going to show you how to make this super easy bunny. And you start out by making a little square, and it's actually an upside down heart if you look at it. And then you make this chain, and then you join on here, and then you chain out and work the ears back. It's really very easy. And then you add the little bow and the nose and the eyes. So my first version of this was done in worsted weight yarn, but I thought it'd be fun to try this little fuzzy bulky weight yarn, and I really love the way this turned out. And this would be really cute for a lapel pin, or you could use it for an applique on something. Or if you did it in the lighter yarn, you could put a magnet on the back and use it for a cute little Fridgie. And this is one of 8 Easter projects for 2014 that we're doing on YouTube. And make sure that you subscribe to our channel, like, share, and comment on our videos, because it really helps us out a lot. And I hope that you have a great, happy Easter, and thank you very much for watching. Here's a close-up of the adorable little bunny Fridgie, and you'll be very surprised to see how easy this is to make. It starts with a square, and then you slip stitch to the corner and make a shell, slip stitch, and another shell, finish off, and then you chain and add on, and then chain out and come back and create the ears. And then you just embellish it with the eyes and the pom-pom and the ribbons. So to get started, for this one I used a number 5 bulky weight yarn, and then for the next sample I'm going to try this cuddle fleece yarn, which has a little bit of texture to it. So I'm going to start with a slip knot. I'm going to make a loop like this, and this is to this video is going to be dedicated to Debbie Whitmore, who asked that we make this video for her. So Debbie, this video is for you. So you start with a slip knot, and the strand that goes over the top you fold across the back like this, and then you pull that back strand forward. There's a knot side and a slip side. You just pull on the knot side, and then put the big loop on your hook like this and pull on the slip side like that. And then in the beginning it says to chain 1, and that is your center chain, and then chain 3, and that counts as your first double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3 like that. And then it says to double crochet into the center chain. So the center chain was that first chain there. So I'm just going to work a double crochet into there. And then it says 2 double crochets. No, it says chain 2 like that. And then work 3 double crochets into the center chain. Like that, and then chain 2, and that creates a corner, and then again 3 doubles into the center chain, and then chain 2 for the next corner. So now I've got 3 sides, a partial side and 2 full sides. And don't worry about the hole getting too big for the center chain, because I can pull on this strand and then tighten it up. Okay, like that. And then I chain 2, and work one more double into the center chain to complete that side that I started with, like there. So my beginning chain 3 counted as my first double, so, and I did one other double, so this double here completes that side. So now it says to join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet. So I'm just gonna join right here. So the first double crochet is the third chain of the beginning chain 3. So I have 1, 2, and 3 right there. So I'm going to go into the third chain with a slip stitch. So I just drop a loop and bring that through the loop on my hook. And that's the end of round 1. I have 4 chain 2 spaces and 4 groups of 3 double crochets. So now it says to slip stitch in next double crochet and chain 2 space. So there's that, and then I just go right into the chain 2 space like this with a slip stitch like that. And then it says to skip the next double crochet, which is the first double crochet of that 3 double crochet group, and work 7 double crochets into the next double crochet. So it's the center double crochet of the 3 double crochet group. So I'm going to yarn over, go draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And I'm going to do 6 more double crochets into that same double crochet. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just need 2 more. 6 and 7. So that creates one of the cheeks that you see right here. Okay, now all you do is slip stitch into the corner chain 2 space right here, and then draw that out. And then again, skip the next double crochet and 7 double crochets into the center double crochet of the next 3 double crochet group. So I'm going to yarn over, and then I'm going to work 7 double crochets to create the next little bunny cheek. Okay, now I need to count, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets. So now I'm going to slip stitch into the next chain 2 space right there and just bring that through, and then I'm going to yarn over and chain 1. I'm going to pull the back to tighten it, and then I'm going to come in here with my scissors and I'm going to cut back here. There. So there's the little bunny face, and if you pull this back here, you don't want to pull it like too tight, but if you pull it, you can close up that little hole there. And then with a yarn needle, you just go in and sew that, secure that closed. Okay, now for the ears, it says to chain 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then it says wrong side facing. So the side I was just working on, these loops are kind of like facing me of the stitches, and this is the side that I did all my work on. I never turned. That's the right side. So now I want to turn it to the wrong side like this, And in the directions, when I got done right here, when I joined here, it said to mark the next corner. So the next corner is right here. And then now in the directions for the ears, it says working on wrong side. So this is the wrong side. And the directions say to chain 8 and then join with a slip stitch to the marked corner. So you just go in here, yarn over, and then bring that through the loop that's on your hook like that. So this is the foundation chain for one of the ears. So now it says to chain 10, and that'll be for the other ear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, see what's happening? Isn't that neat? Okay, then it says to turn. So now my ears are going to be on the right side, but I had to be on the wrong side to create the foundation chains for the ears. I think it's pretty nifty how that's done. Okay, now it says to double crochet in the 4th chain from hook. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I want to double crochet in there. And then it says to double crochet in the next 2 chains. Just like that. Then it says to half double crochet in the next 3 chains. So I'm on the right side of my chain like this, and I'm rolling it forward so I have my 2 ovals facing me. But I'm just going in the top strand of the chain. Okay, there's my 3 half double crochets. Now it says to work 3 single crochets in the next chain. So all 3 go in the same chain. And those 3 single crochets are what makes the ear like curve up like this, and then it pushes them down. Okay, now it says to slip stitch into the chain 2 space. So you want to go right over the slip stitch from the joining of that chain 8 strand and into the chain 2 space of round 1. So you just go over all of this here, insert your hook, draw up a loop, and then bring that through the loop on your hook. And then now you're going to work across the next chain, and you can try to roll it towards you like this. So this is like the back of the chain, and then I'm just going to roll it forward so I see the fronts of the chains. But it's not really crucial to the pattern. You can work in the back of the chain if you want to. So I'm just going to roll it forward and make sure that I have the very first chain, which is right here, and I'm going to work 3 single crochets in that one. It's just like a mirror image of the other ear. So there's my 3 right there, and then I'm going to work a half double crochet. Let me just go in 1 here. I'm going to work just in the top loops. I'm going to work half double crochet in the next 3 chains like that, and then I'm going to double crochet in the next 3 chains. And then I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to slip stitch in the last chain. Just like that. Okay, so that completes my bunny actually. Look at. So now my ears are on the right side and they're mirror images of each other, and that's pretty nifty. So now to finish off, I'm going to take this strand and move it over there. I'm just going to chain 1. I'm going to tighten the back side of that chain. I'm going to cut in the back here, and then I'm going to go back and sew my ends in. I could have worked over this end with these stitches, but most of the time I just sew my ends in. So let me show you really quick how I sew my ends in. Okay, had to find a yarn needle. Okay, so in the back here, You want to pull on this just a little. You don't want to, depending on what kind of yarn you're using, and you can use any kind of yarn in this little bunny. And you can use this as a Fridgie, or you could just use it as a pin, or you could use it as an applique and leave a long end and then sew it to something. So anyway, let me back up here. So right here is where my yarn came out, and I'm just going to feed my yarn needle back in a little bit, about a 1/2 inch, and then it came out right here. I'm going to go behind it maybe about a, I don't know, like 1/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to come back out. I'm going through the center of the stitches with my yarn needle. And then I went about a 1/2 inch out. And then I'm going to do that again. And keep doing that until I feel like it's going to stay in there forever. And then I always cut flat. I never cut down into my work. Okay, and one more time, let me show you how I thread my needle too. Okay, so this end right here, what I do is I take the side of my needle like this, and I pinch the yarn over the side of the needle, and my fingers are still really pinched, and then I turn the eye of the needle so the opening is right over that fold between my pinched fingers. Then I open my pinched fingers up and I slide the eye of the needle over the fold. And then I grab the fold on the other side of the eye and I pull it through like that. And then for this one, since it's right here, you could undo that little chain, and just put your end in so you don't have that little knot there, or else you could just make sure that it gets tucked in super good in the back. So I've done it both ways, but see, if you pull it in the back, you hardly see that. So you can just sew your end in however you want. You don't want it to show on the right side. So make sure all your ends get sewn in on the wrong side. So then you would just, for the pom-poms, I used, let me see, 3/4 inch on this one. And a smaller size that might be good if you're using worsted weight yarn, or 1/2 inch pom-poms. And then just little eyes. I don't know what size these eyes are. I think they're 12 millimeter. And then just whatever ribbon you have that you want to coordinate with it. So Debbie, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope all of you enjoyed this video, and the links to everything are listed below. Make sure you subscribe or like or share our videos, and I want to thank you very much for watching. Draw up a loop, draw through 2, draw through 1. Yarn over, or if you accidentally drop it, those loops won't fall off your hook. So now I'm going to continue on, skip that one, pick up this one, skip,